He's primetime David Klaus. Lives for football. Happens to be an A student and a great kid.
Yeah, super great kid, super smart, handsome.
Joins us now.
Very athletic.
Live from Jacksonville. Jane says all those things because she's biased because she's Aunt Jane.
Because my last name is Klaus, too.
So, David, good morning. Hi.
Hi, David.
Good morning. Hello.
Nice to have you back. Since the last time you were on, we had some crazy things happen, but let's catch up on you first. We missed your mom's birthday. What'd you get her?
I got her a Fitbit watch and some jewelry and clothes.
Wow.
Oh, somebody had
How much is Steve Cochran paying you?
No, I was going to say, somebody had a good week on DraftKings.
Yeah.
Right.
Jeez. Kid's got another job over there.
Wow, very cool. And David, let's help you out here. You could take this clip and send it to the person you're about to name. Who's your favorite teacher at school and why?
Probably my science teacher because he's nice and he also gets to the point and teaches us stuff.
Because you don't have time for the BS.
He doesn't know what that means.
No, of course you don't.
We got to get there. We got to learn.
What's that science teacher's name?
Mr. Pocahontas.
Spell it. No, I'm kidding.
Mr. What?
Oh, no.
Mr. Grumpy Pants. I don't know what his name is.
I think it's Cocapani.
Yeah, so take that clip and play it for him, and that'll get you out of trouble going forward in the future.
David doesn't get in trouble.
Okay, I'm just giving you a little
Maybe
insurance.
I'll get him an A+++.
Little insurance is all.
Yeah, okay.
All right, last time we were together, you and I, a grizzled veteran of football like you and a youngster like me, we didn't know Miami was going to score 70 points. That was crazy.
Gosh.
Yeah, that was once in like 10 years thing. Probably once in 50 years.
That's exactly
I
right.
think it doesn't happen a lot.
Yep. 55 years, 1966 was the last time.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I think they look really good. And Tua looks like he could be MVP.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, for sure.
who
Yeah,
else,
at this point,
who
yeah.
other quarterback is doing this good?
None. Absolutely none.
And if you don't know how to pronounce Tua's last name, it's Grumpy Pants.
Can you say it? Can you say his last name, David?
I don't know.
Tungaloa.
I can't do that.
Tagovailoa. Yeah, that's just it. That's cool, David. That's right. You mumble it at the end, and people don't know if you know it or not. Now, Miami's in Buffalo this weekend. This is a big game. This will determine who your AFC overall favorite is. Buffalo could go, yeah, we're still the Bills. We got this. Or Miami could roll. What's going to happen?
Big game for the Bills.
I do think it's going to be pretty close and pretty high scoring. For the Bills, they cannot turn the ball over. And that's how the Dolphins scored 70 points on the Broncos. The defense took away the ball multiple times, and the offense capitalized on it. But I do think if the Bills don't turn the ball over, they win here. I have them winning 38-30.
Ooh,
Be a good game.
That's going to be stressful on your family.
It could be a good game. Yeah.
It's going to be really stressful.
Miami-Buffalo is a nooner on Sunday. On a complete other end of the scale is the Sad Bowl. And the Sad Bowl is here in Chicago where the 0-3 Broncos play the 0-3 Bears. It's hard to fathom how Russell Wilson has been so bad after being so good for all those years in Seattle, but he's awful. And it's hard to fathom that Sean Payton can't get a winner together on the field because he's one of the great coaches for all those years with the Saints. Super Bowl winner. Here in Chicago, we're used to the Bears disappointing us, but maybe not even at this level. So in the first ever Sad Bowl, Denver at Chicago, who do you have?
I do have the Bears in this one.
What?
Okay.
Huh.
Okay.
If they can hold the Broncos on offense, because when the Broncos offense is clicking, they do have a lot of good players. But obviously that was not the case last week. But if the Bears can hold the Broncos on offense, they win 28-24.
I have that would be an entertaining game. I have the Broncos winning 1-0.
Yep.
It's just this at the end of the game. It's going to be so sad. They're going to give each team a chance to kick an extra point, and the Broncos will win 1-0.
Will you take them out for ice cream after the game, both teams, or just the winner?
I think just the winner gets to go, and the other kids get to go, but they have to wait outside and they don't get ice cream. They just have to watch the rest of them having fun.
It's not nice.
Your Jacksonville Jaguars, big disappointment last weekend. They got to get it going. They're playing at home against Atlanta. Are they going to be good, or is this a fake deal?
I hope they're going to be good, and I hope the England crown gets them going, and I hope Calvin really stops dropping the football. But I do think they're going to win 31-23.
31-23.
So, but
okay.
let's talk about this a little bit because the Jaguars are in London for 2 weeks in a row. This is like the first time ever in history. Talk about that a little bit.
It's a long flight. You want to stay?
And are you? Yeah, they have the sightseeing to do. They have meetings with the King Charles.
Yeah.
But are you afraid that your Jaguars will just start living in London? They'll never come home.
I'm always a little bit worried about that. They're probably England's favorite team, and but I do think they will come home at some point. Maybe they'll stay an extra week, but I do think they'll come home, and I think they like it here. It's pretty nice.
It is pretty nice there. But they're playing 2 weekends in a row in London. Is that right?
I think they do have 2 weeks.
Right.
I think that is right. Yeah.
And they play the Bills next week.
Oh, that's right.
Well, maybe they don't come home then because that'll be a hard game. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. That's all I'm saying. The Thursday night game should be entertaining tonight. It's the Lions and the Packers. They're both 2-1. Packers surprisingly good. Lions pretty much right where we thought they would be. You know, this is probably a 10-win team. Who wins tonight?
I do think the Lions win, but their defense needs to get pressure on the young Jordan Love because he is not a veteran like Aaron Rodgers, and if they can get him to make mistakes, the Lions' offense is prepared to capitalize on that, and I think they win 27-17.
You called him the...
It's at Lambeau, by the way.
Young, and he is young, the young Jordan Love. What is he, 26, 27? How old? 24. He's 24 years old. You're 12, so he's twice as old as you are. I guess that does... That it's probably weird calling him young, right?
Yeah, it is kind of weird because, I don't know. I mean, he's young for the NFL.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
And especially for the Packers, because Aaron Rodgers, the old man, was there for like 20 years. I don't know.
Exactly. All right, before we run out of time, Jane, give him a couple more.
Just one last question. Of course, we know the Jets and this whole Aaron Rodgers was so hyped up for the season. It's been disappointing with their backup quarterback in the lead. Colin Kaepernick wrote a very good letter to the Jets saying, I want to be the QB of your practice squad. Do you think that's a good idea? Would you give him a chance, or are you going to look elsewhere?
I mean, I definitely would give him a chance, and I do think they need to make a change at the QB position. Colin Kaepernick or anyone else who can help this mess of an offense, I think would fill in for the spot of Zach Wilson, because I do not like him as a quarterback.
And by the way, if we were not on the radio and your mom and dad weren't listening, would you have said mess, or would you have said something else to your friends at school?
No.
I'm going to stick with Beth.
Yeah, good call by you because your mom's listening.
Do we have enough picks? We only have 3. He's got Detroit.
We're going to get a couple more off the air.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll get a couple more picks from you off the air, and we'll add it because we like to get 5 picks a week from you. And then we'll let the listeners know because they are wagering heavily. You know, in all likelihood.
And I'd like to, when we ask him off the air, too, I need a couple star players for the fantasy team. Thanks.
Well, as long as you're talking to them, sure. That's good.
Yeah, fine. Thanks, David.
David, thanks for being on.
I mean, thank you for having me on.
All right. You're a good man. Go to school.
Talk to you next
David
week.
Klaus, best 12-year-old NFL analyst there is.
Best.
Nobody close.